Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Mr. Smith708 here. Today I'm doing a little bit of a different video. It's going to be a story time rather than actual gameplay. So yeah, let's get right on into it. So last video when I was recording it, I was doing, I was doing Watch Dogs, and my phone, you may have heard it, was vibrating off the hook, like 14 separate phone calls. And I was like, okay, what is going on? I waited till the video was over, and the number called again. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna answer this, and I'm like, hello, like super attitudey, like so rude. And then the person is like, hi, this is your girlfriend's sister. So she just got arrested, and like I'm like chuckling at this. I'm like, yeah, and why? She was driving without a license, and that's when I realized they weren't lying because like the voice she was using, and I'm like, oh goodness, why was she driving? And she's like, she went to pick up my kids, yada yada yada. And I'm like, okay, she's refusing to get bailed out or picked up by anyone besides you. I'm like, oh great. So I'm already on my way out the door at this point, heading there, and I swear I was going about 60 and a 30 the whole way there. Like, the police station was 40 minutes away, and I made it there within, what was it? That's weird. I made it there within like 20, and it was a misdemeanor operating without a driver's license. But I found out she had 6 children in the car, all minors. 14 years old is the oldest, and then like 5 years old was the youngest. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why would you drive that many kids? Why any kids in general? And she's like, well, she needed help, and no one would help her go pick her kids up, yada yada yada. And like they were all supposed. I like last I knew she was at a craft fair, picking up her or helping set up tables with her parents and everybody. I'm like, okay. And we needed help setting things up. I'm like, okay. I'm like, why didn't someone else who had a license go? I named a few names, and she's like, well, they were being rude and didn't drive, and yada yada yada. I'm like, okay. And like I said, luckily it was only driving without a license, and not the whole, you know, possible other charges you could have for children in the vehicle. But apparently, when she got pulled over, she said, yeah, the cop asked me if I had my license on me, and I lied. I'm like, what do you mean you lied? I said that I had my license, but I left it at home. So apparently, when she said that, the cop went back to her car, like dispatched in, looked up her name and information she gave her. Obviously came back to no one because you know what? She doesn't have her license. And she walks back up to the car. So I need you to be honest with me. Do you actually have your driver's license? No, sorry, I panicked. I'm like, oh, so you lied to the cop and then you tried to pity them, saying you panicked? I'm like, ugh. And like, I told her, I'm like, you should go get your license before you actually have to go to court, because the court date's like 2 months away almost. And I'm like, get your license. You know how to drive. She knows everything she needs to do. And it was just her being scared, not getting her license. I'm like, get your license. I'm like, I'd rather them suspend your license than suspend you from getting a license. I mean, personally, I think that'd be better. Oh, so yeah, that was interesting. And this is all after I just moved into an apartment, not even a week prior. And she's like, I just want to go home. I'm like, well, good thing we're going home, because fun. Exactly what I wanted to do on my Friday night. Let's go to the police department and pick up my girlfriend for operating a vehicle without a driver's license. So, note to self, everybody, don't drive without your driver's license, because I've always told her, I'm like, be careful, because obviously, I'm not gonna lie, I've let her drive my car before, but like, I'm like, I really don't trust this. I'm not over the age of 25, and you don't have your license, and all it takes is for us to get pulled over, and you're getting arrested. And she's like, well, no. I don't. I know how to drive. I'm not gonna get pulled over. And I'm like, yeah, you may know how to drive, but all it takes is a freak thing for you to get pulled over. And apparently, she got pulled over for a headlight out. That same headlight was replaced less than 2 days before that. So, like I said, freak thing like a headlight or taillight out that you wouldn't know of. So, you know, don't drive without your license. Just get your license. It's a lot easier that way. So, yeah. Just something. Something fun. Okay, I'm dead. Well, on that note, I think I'm just going to leave it there. Don't drive without your license, and until next time, stay smooth, everybody.